proceedings of the Commission. Imam, you have the floor, please. You can offer some prayers.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وإن تستفتحوا فقد جاءكم الفتح نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل والله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam C. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, of truth and of love, of compassion and of forgiveness, as we continue our sitting this morning hour, we pray that your Holy Spirit will be with this commission, be with those who will come to testify today, and we pray that you will grant that they will be bold enough to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. And that, Lord, we continue to pray for patience, the populace of this nation, the Gambia, and those that are abroad, that they will allow the due process of the law to take its course. And Lord, at the end of the day, that you will grant satisfaction in the hearts and minds of all in this nation. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop. Council, are we ready to proceed this morning? And I believe we are starting a new theme, and religion and all the attacks and the fights about Islam and that we cannot change is now behind us, at least for the moment. Is that correct, Council? Are we starting a new theme this morning?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, and members of the audience. The room is a bit empty this morning, perhaps for good reason. We are moving away from the theme of attacks against the religious freedoms of Gambians. It was never about Islam or any particular religion for that matter. It was about the rights of Gambians to worship whatever they wanted as enshrined under Article or Section 25 of the Constitution, and how those rights were violated by us, Gambians, and our institutions. It was never violations by imams as such. It was violations by us, Gambians, of the rights of other Gambians. But we're happy to be moving forward. Today we're starting a new topic, that is attacks on public servants by the state and violations of their rights. Sagar Thomas Jahate would start that team with the first witness, and I want to believe that she is ready to proceed. Over to you, Sagar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, commissioners, and good morning, members of the audience. We are ready to proceed with the next witness. Mr. Usher, kindly get the witness. Interpreters, please note that the witness will be speaking in the Mandinka language.
I, Lamin Kabu,
Nte Lamin Kabu,
do swear that
mben kalila ko,
I'll speak the truth,
mbe tonyale fola,
the whole truth,
tonya dama,
and nothing but the truth.
nte fen fola men manke tonyati.
So help me God.
Oto alama ale yendema.
Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Kabu.
Ako isama Mr. Kabu.
Isama Council.
Good morning, Council.
Good. Thank you for your willingness to testify before the commission this morning.
Inumbara bake kasong purkana seriaro la commission nyatilo la biso manda.
Okay.
We met briefly yesterday and we've already been introduced. And as you know, my name is Sagar.
Kunum benta wati sutu nga nyok fahamu nga nyokontong andu yalonko ntomu sagarleti.
Yes.
And my role today is simply to guide you through your testimony.
Tela lodula momenti bi wolem katambi nyato kasilo noma ila seriaro kono ka samba.
Okay.
And I might also interrupt you from time to time to ask you questions.
Andu wati ni be dia mola ase nyilno le kakuntu nyato ke londi pour que nyinin ka kumulula.
Bismillah.
I have gone through some of the rules and regulations that we have here at the commission.
Alikachata le sartul anin tarambululu menu dolu belaring commission to jang.
So please keep them in mind as you go through your testimony.
Woto isi hakilu tu wo sartolu to ebela sede yaro ke ka nyameng pour ikana nyina wolula.
Okay.
I would like to advise you to feel comfortable. Just sit back in your chair and draw the microphone closer to you.
Mo abela fila yesi si nyamembe dahandila satara itekari sembela ka wuli ka jimina microphone ka yakatandi fanna satara e fem fo asi moy ay senaya.
And although you understand English very well, you've already indicated that you wish to speak in Mandinka.
Ko along angale kam fahamu kende ke fanan andum barbitu inatafo ilafta diamu la Mandinka kangoleto.
Which is for the benefit of the audience as well as your community in Birkama.
Wolem bekela nafati puru jamaa mulu membe lamoyla yamoy anim badi mulu men fanal be Birkama sate kono isamoy ibe memfala.
So please take note that you will have to wait for the interpretation before you answer.
Ko bitu kana nyina de wairi ibe diam la manika kangolto fo kanna soro yeke bitu ning ate nyinin ka na sindima ibe lamoyla hal fo ning kanna sorla ya fo ite na kumo ila jabirodi.
As there is a tendency just to want to answer immediately because you actually understand what I'm saying.
Ako katu nyinse keno ko na nyinin ka dron hani jannin kanna soro be kala isa jabi wairi ya faham la be memfala barbitum fo kanna soro batu.
We will take a few sessions going through your testimony today.
Akombe watindin talale pour ka dum ila sede yaro kono bi.
And we will start by just getting to know you.
Mba flo la dame wolem ka long itele mujumati.
So we would like you to share a few personal details, biographical information and that sort.
Bitum bella fila fanang bitum ye nkonoto dia kibaro lula ite famu menti aning ila kulu kabula anoma onya.
We will then go into your background as a narcotics officer under the then NDEA.
Ko bitum sinadum ila do ko kono mentambita koma wotumo be do ko la NDEA me yalonko wala keta nyin sira fengolo kele bundati.
Which is the National Drug Enforcement Agency.
Ko na banko tuba ko kanka fo men nako National Drug Enforcement Agency men ka sira fenglo kele banko kan.
We will talk about in particular a particular drug operation that you were involved in.
Be diamu la fanan do ku do me ya lonko inene tarta ko no men keta nyi sira fenglo kelo do ko woti
sometime around May 2009.
Men keta me karo ma fangla 2009 sango kono.
You will talk about what happened during that operation.
Ba falale wotumo wo operation kono wala wo do ko wali batel tumo men men ko men keta kono.
And the consequences of what happened during that operation.
Bitu biring do ko nyimbota la kolu menu natake kolu menu bulata noma wo kolu mumuniti aketa muneti men keta operation nyin kola wala do ko nyin kola sinsio kacha,
which also involved you being detained and tortured at the NIA.
And for be kola inate muta amanda mutola ye samba NIA itata ye tajire yaje.
Your subsequent trial.
and for botala inate kitindi,
and also the subsequent trial and prosecution of those who tortured you.
and for many tajire ya inate ul fanalu muta ke kitindi, and for inate ul fanalu sorong.
We would also like to hear what impact your detention and torture had on you.
Mbe lafla le fanan ka moy ila umuto ani yo tilimbali ya menkela ay munkulle sababu ita fango mayla hadama yato.
What effect it had on your family members as well as your own career within the NDA.
Ay munkule sabu ila dimbaya luma ani badingolu ani ila do ko fango ebe do ko la damin NDEA do ko bundala.
We will then conclude by referring you back to the commissioners who may ask you some questions.
Bitumbe mbandi la dame ebe la ko sayundi la commissioner luma nyin alfalu man be sire nyin tabulo to jang wolu fanalu memme nyin kar soto ibe nyin kalale.
After which the chairman may give you an opportunity to say a few final remarks.
No botala utumo chairman sina silo di te fanana ila kumo kumfa dula etebe la fla mun kuma kanule itandi la banko molula ko nyimbe itala miraro to munem mune nyanta kala isi ofana yitandi.
Are you ready to proceed with your testimony now?
Ako fo say iparetale pour kadum ila sede yaro kono.
Amparetale.
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you please give us your full names, please?
To ito fango foyo fonyeng ito ni konto.
Ntomu Lamin Kabuleti.
My name is Lamin Kabu.
Are you known by any other names?
Olka Fonye.
To do bijele ke kilimen na kana nyina de foy kana soro bat. Foy dol ka foy nyaadi.
Lanka.
Some call me Lanka.
And is that a nickname?
How?
Ako fo mu nying to dole tibang.
Ha.
Yes.
Can you tell me when and where you were born?
Afonyeng iwuluta sanjumale aning sate jumato.
Uluta January Kalo Tilifolo 1970 Brikama.
I was born on the 1st of January 1970 in Brikama.
Were you raised in Birkama, and is that where you still live?
Ako fo yela kuluo fana yela dindiya yake brikamale alum fo hanimbi besirim brikamale.
Ha.
Yes.
What is your profession?
Mune mo ila do ko fongati yemen londo soto mento yemen no.
Scientemu narcotic officer.
Presently, I'm a narcotic officer.
And where do you work?
Ibe do ko lami.
Drug Law Enforcement Agency Gambia.
Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Gambia.
And this agency replaced the then NDA, is that correct?
Ako nying do ko mebe akekanteng Drug Law Enforcement Agency wala saita NDEA la pala soto membe je do ko bunda mem belorinu.
Ha.
Yes.
Do you remember when that change happened?
Ako fo hakilo sa mutanole wo falingo ketatu majumale.
Around 2011 mafang.
Around 2011.
And where are you currently attached?
Yin temben sai ila do ko ye sindi mintole.
Gender and Child Welfare Unit, Bursubi, under Drug Squad.
The Gender and Child Welfare Unit under the Drug Squad at the Bruford Station, Brusubi Station.
Kindly tell us what that job entails, just briefly.
Kuma sutun kandoro afanye wudo ko munnimun le bakono ka munnimun leke.
Odo ko amarta dindingol la miya lon ko keni sira fengol muta ni muta banko dawo da kenatin to la office.
That work is concerned the young people who are caught with drugs. Wherever they are caught, they are brought to that unit.
And after they are brought to that unit, what does your unit do?
Sa ni odindin fasongolu nati alla bundala al kana muneke wala koto.
Nka evaluate le ke jibe miye dundinto ani miyatin na yake.
We evaluate them and try to find out what got them into it and why they got into it.
Are you also responsible for arrests and prosecutions and questioning of child offenders who are drug offenders?
Ako fo hanimbi itala do ko nyim fananda bijele pour ka dindingolu muta na liye muta fanan ke kitendi ni o fanan botala pour ka dindingol la ko ni no masata fo do ko hanimbi wo fanam itafan daf be wo fanam kono le bang
mbokata arrestin na borni arrestin dindingol arrestation to.
We don't go for arrests, but when these youngsters are arrested in the stations,
Eke natin to lala office to.
they usually would bring them to our office.
We evaluate on the side of ila education,
We evaluate their education,
ila health,
their health,
and ila jara kendea.
and their general well-being.
Science na wo safe
Then we will write a statement.
na commissioner na safe asinaki ka commission of operation mimbe banjunundi.
After our commissioner writes that statement, he sends it to Banjul to the Commissioner of Operations.
And the DLEAG, which has replaced the NDA, can you tell us under which particular government office or ministry or department it's under?
ako DLEAG ebe do ko la bunda mento musa fono abe bunda ba jumale koto
Otumonu ngabe office of the president le.
Before, it was under the office of the president,
But with the change of this government and other interior.
but with the change of government, it is now under the interior.
But when you were working there, before its name was changed, it was under the office of the president.
amonta ebe do ko la je tumo men na foloto janni atoye falling wotumo abe president la office le koto
Omutonyalti.
That's true.
Can you tell us what your educational background is?
sai ila karango londo tata hanfo makama jumale to
Antara Brikama Primary School, 1980 to 86.
I enrolled at the Brikama Primary School from 1980 to 1986.
From 1986 to 1919, Tata Brikama Junior Secondary School.
From 1986 to 1990, I was at the Brikama Secondary School.
From 1919 to 92, Tata Gambia College, my PTC certificate soto.
From 1990 to 1992, I went to the Gambia College and studied for my PTC.
1992 to 2000, Tata teaching na private nursery school dolto. Ikafumi Yuruwa nursery school.
From 1992 to 2000, I was teaching at a private nursery school called Yuruwa Nursery School.
From 2000 to 2007, Tata teaching na Kindred of Bottrop Senior Secondary School, library management.
From 2000 to 2007, I was at the Kindergarten Senior Secondary School, library management.
Then from there, 2007, Kindred of Bottrop Bula, towards 2008, joined the drug squad.
I left Bottrop Senior Secondary School in 2007, and around 2008, I joined the drug squad.
I'm just interested to note why you left the teaching field for the drug squad. Isn't that quite a dramatic shift?
ko alaftanyi lonna munanna ibota karandirola katadu drug squad katu meyo sabo kata jakal quality katu wala na benyinin kalam fo kule ya sabu bang
Min keta woti wolo nyinti lafta dulale falina kajibe because sanji wara ulanga wala kete Bottrop, so I feel to join another department.
I just wanted to move places because I spent 7 years at Bottrop.
You just wanted a change of career?
Yeah, amanke nga
inda ilafta ila do ko falina le drong
a department jamale apply but drug squad le njabi wala nantata je.
I applied to several departments, but it was the drug squad who responded to me.
Mr. Kagbo, I would just like to ask you, if at all you feel that the interpretation is not being accurate, please draw it to our attention. Since you speak both English and Mandinka, I'm not able to speak Mandinka, so I wouldn't be able to detect it. So please help us with that.
ako kanna soro men mbake kanjang ndeme mba fokete manika kamoto bang membe afok itela kumo fokan angale kamoto bang ning fem fota me ya lonko itela miruto amanke kumoti te mon fokan soro nyim manke anyama wayrate mamman nga kam moy isa ma koy pour nyin kamala ka koy ndiko hanide ngam mem fo wonte wonte nganyim ni nyine fo pour kumo si senea
Ave senea kan nkamwela.
It's clear, and I'm getting it.
Thank you very much. Just kindly take us through your profession or your career trajectory in the drug squad, so to speak. Tell us how you started, how you were recruited, up to date? Just briefly, before we go into our main topic.
Kumala sutu ya kamadro, kabrilum men ijointa drug squad. Ila kulu tata nyamin, palas nim palasi, ila ya seleta amunta teprepo nyina nyamin, doku bunda nyina, kabriwo tembo fokana bula nyin tembeng, ila kulu alafta wole lona ibulata nyono manyame.
January the 1st, 2008, my training kumas CTI, mimbe bijilo sate kono.
On the 1st of January 2008, we began our training at the CTI in Bijilo.
Practically entered 3 months later.
The practicals took us 3 months.
Then theory for entered 3 months later.
Then the theory also took 3 months. That totaled 6 months.
Please go ahead and just go on. I will stop you whenever I feel like you need to stop.
Okay,
Tendendo ya sata nati lafta kuntule nyato da menga be signal le prielo.
Kabri wo banta training banta inatam post West Coast region.
After completing the training, I was posted to the West Coast region.
Ela office in the airport.
At their office at the airport. That was where I was.
For 2008 May, problem on that, so the entera on the West Coast region.
Until May 2008, there was a problem.
So you were attached as a narcotics officer under the Banjul International Airport.
Amunta saying itebe do ko la narcotic do ko bunda lela wala mnyin sirafe ngolo kele bunda bari ye samba Gambia la kulunti la jidu lale to.
I am post Walter but abe West Coast region nekoto.
Yes, I was posted there, but it was under the West Coast region.
So the airport was attached to the West Coast region.
Amunta airport ni kulunti la jidu la jebe birka matundo le koto. West Coast ikavuje le birka matundo.
Yes, at that time.
Who was your immediate supervisor at the airport?
Jumala mu itafana na nyaton kote me ya lonka ka ya marolu dila menka kangolu dila airport wato me biji.
Na eso mu Brahma Jameleti.
My SO was Brahma Jame.
Na OC mu Juma Soleti.
My OC was Juma Sow.
Na commissioner mu Nene Soleti.
My commissioner was Nene Sow.
And can you tell us who was the overall officer commanding of West Coast region at the time?
Ako faisa folo nye utumo alikunna jumale mu alibela nyaton koti memmarata birkama tundo mu meobela ikafo tundo me ya West Coast region.
Olam Fali Dambelti.
He was Fali Dambel.
Do you remember what rank he had at the time?
Foy hakilo sibula utumo ala makamo muneti rank membabala.
OC long officer commanding.
He was OC, officer commanding.
I believe that was the designation. He should have had a particular rank.
Akaya mira umutoleti.
As far as you remember.
Ika isamba pala solmento bari rank la Carola alaftole lonna ni hakilo sibula nuala.
Abotang hakilo tole.
It's escaped my mind.
Thank you very much.
Akoy numbara.
Please continue.
Akoy tenteng.
Mbewol tonum postings la for May Karo 29 May.
I was there on posting until the 29th of May.
Mpali la office to jaeng kumandi.
Mpali called me to his office.
Ning modole ka for me Lamin Sima.
With another person called Lamin Sima.
Mr. Kabu, before we get into that, I just wanted to go into your professional history. You were working as a narcotics officer in 2008 at the airport under the West Coast region. And you were... Go ahead.
Ako alaftalo nale ila duo ko nying ila kulu lata nyoka nyamim palasi nim palasi fo katabula nyatola janning mbe futala wo dinkirama ila boss ya command officer kono tumo men ila palaso bulata nyono ma nyaamen ka foko ye la palaso lafa ye kenyinto fo betembo mendo.
And at that particular time, you were attached to the airport. I just wanted to know how long you actually spent in that position, how many years or months?
Akwa kato tembo ngalonko kwa yafunya mebe kuluntila jirulato. Bara laftalo na ye kari sanji jelle ke woto wala kari jelo wala wuche o menke kuluntila jirulato ko nyinto janni be bondile je.
Mbe do ko wala je ngam kari sabal sato je.
I worked there I think for 3 months.
And I know that the particular incident that we're going to talk about happened when you were actually attached to the airport on the West Coast region. But I just want us to tell me how long you spent there, and then we'll go through your career and then come back to the incident, if that's okay.
Kayo ko menketa airport menketa ila kola airport ya alon bari mbetambila wala le follow itela palaso lu bulata nyono manyamen ye makamo lu menu soto hanufo be makamo mento bi wokola nsina muru ko makana dum ko nyin kono menketa kuluntila jidu lato
kabrin bata training na tolmin be train tanyola mbe nata as a first class.
After completing the training, all of us that took part in that training were made first class.
Nata karisei soto airport oto.
We spent 8 months at the airport.
And what did your duties entail as a narcotics officer attached to the airport?
ila do ko mum nimmunati ni sira fengolo kele do ko bundala wayri wotumo ibe do ko ke kan kuluntila jidu lato jele e kamun nimmunaki je
Wolon haramadingolu enila bagol milkata ka jibe ko nying fami ka fay suspected drugs amantare la bago kono ani fangol.
That is to check the people who were traveling as well as their luggages to ensure that what they called suspected drugs were not in them.
Talal nin nalal milkata ani milkana.
The travelers who went and came.
And after this, were you promoted to any particular position?
akubiro botal fo na tela makamo la fale ke selendi santo domandi
Hani
No.
What is your current position right now and your rank?
nyin tembeng ibe makama jumalto ila rank mumuneti
sajinole monti.
I'm a sergeant.
And you've told us that you started as a first class. When did you become a sergeant?
yenyum foko ya flotu mumen na bringa le karango banga ye albeke first class ti say ina ta ke sajinoti nyaadile
Promotional rank exams leketa.
There was a promotional rank examination
And in qualification or in school.
and school qualification as well.
Oketa Benedict Jamila time already.
That was during the time of Benedict Jame.
What year was this?
sanjumale moti
That was 2011.
2011.
And in 2011, you were promoted to a sergeant. And what particular position did you hold at that time? Where were you working? Where were you attached?
ako 2011 fo sawne ye ila makamo la fa ke sajinoti wokola ibe num muntole be do kola mintole anen hanimbi ibe munekeka
O iala kabirina o case botala 2011 in Nathan Samba Banjul Charge Office.
That year, after that case, I was taken to the Banjul Charge Office.
And tell us what progress you made in your career up to this point.
fonyen sila ila palasulu la fata nyaadile hanfo ebe ila do ko tata nyaadile fo be tembo men to bi
Atata nyame wolo nyinte I was dedicated but mil boy tankang I was man sirale dinna min satin nako even qualified tale ibuka song cause it tolle ka recommendation okay.
I was dedicated, but those who were troubling me did not allow me the opportunity to excel. That is why even if I am supposed to be promoted, they will not, because they were responsible for the promotions.
And we will come to that, Mr. Kabu, but just tell us how you progressed. You were at Banjul at the charge office. And after that, where did you go to?
sai minawo betole nyato do mandi bar bitum ye samba charge office to men banjul ko lunata tente nyaadile
Mbota woto nata Denton Bridge.
I left there and went to Denton Bridge.
Kabembota Denton Bridge wala ketan transfer nyati child welfare unit at Bursubi station.
It was after I left the Denton Bridge that I was transferred to the child welfare unit at the Bruceville station.
And at Denton Bridge, I assume your duties were the same as those at the airport, intercepting individuals, perhaps passengers and vehicles searching for drugs.
ako ayamira ya wato menke Denton Bridge ato do ku kilo ibole keka kamolu la samba fengolu visite anen kamolu fengolu visite ka jube mum fennu le bebulu ko ba keka nyamin non krunti la jidulato yo ko kilo le tamande Denton Bridge fo janni be bondi la ji
Ha.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kabu. Let's just go back to your career whilst you were at the airport, whilst you were attached at the airport, around May of 2009? Did anything in particular happen?
Akonga muru saying May 2009 watu meng ibe kuluntila jidulato ila du ko meng ibake kanje aning kulunata tenten nyadile saying fonse muru nga ojibe.
Nga wala fonun ko 2009 May.
That was what I said, that in 2009, in May,
na officer commanding Brikama,
officer commanding in Brikama,
ikafumi Mfali Dambeli,
called Mfali Dambeli,
intenindo kunyolu,
myself and my colleagues,
Lamin Sima, ako,
he said,
Mfali mbebe siringal officer, akai keep up information on Lesotho.
Mfali said, as we were seated in his office, that he got a tip-off
drug suspected cocaine wafo kela Brikama Kembuje highway.
That there were some individuals who were going to sell some suspected cocaine at the Brikama Kembuje highway.
So I've been informed Kampuranga alerting.
That he was informing us so that we would be on alert.
Katwoye was so mollified.
Because the informant told him that it was going to be the next day.
And can you give us the particular date and time when you received this information from your OC?
Ako foisi lumuning awatu fonyeng yenyim kibaro soto alla OC bulutu momeng.
On the 29th of May 2009, womu talantang somanda watoleti.
It was the 29th of May 2009, 10 a.m. in the morning in his office.
Then also mominketa 30.
So the following day, which was on the 30th,
Mr. Kabu, you've informed us that the OC gave you some information. Did he tell you the source of his information?
No,
Mr. Kabu, alanya tonko yo kibaro dialla tumome. Ayafa atilen bang atafana yo kibaro soto mintole.
Ama ofanya because information sifa ibuka obondi.
He did not tell us because that kind of information is never revealed.
And that is not something that you can also tell us here at the TRRC.
Ando fana manke fenti tes fana semen fonon tole TRRC jang.
No.
Thank you very much. We respect that.
Inumbara mfana liyo kama bunyale.
So you started telling us about the following day, which was the 30th day of May. Can you tell us what happened on that day?
Ya damudala ka fanya mekaro tiltansa bo ko menketa ya follow barbitun silan tenten ya fanya mune natake wulungu.
30th of May talankele mafangala.
Around 1 p.m. on the 30th of May,
he
called me that the information he gave us yesterday, that the person has called him that we should report at the station. So we went like that to the station. I met him there with Lamin Sima. And then he said to me that the informant said that those people are going to carry out the operation today.
Okay,
we were seated there for a long time.
I telephone call.
Then he got a telephone call. After he spoke on the telephone, he said to us, these guys said that they were moving to the place.
And where is your OC's office located?
Allah office bemintole.
In the premises of Brikama police station.
It is within the premises of the Brikama police station.
Please go on.
After he said that to me, that they said they were prepared and ready to move. He said to me, since you and Lamin Sima are the first ones to arrive, I want you to go there. But before you get there, if it is drugs, the law empowers you to effect arrest. That is the only thing I am tasking you with. Before we left, myself,
because Lamin Sima
was my boss,
office diary,
the office diary, I wrote down my departure time.
And you said Lamin Sima was your boss. What was his rank at the time?
Inspector. By that time, inspector.
By that time, he was an inspector.
Do you know where he was attached?
yalo ne utuma atebe minto mafana yakar aduko ke bundaj mento.
Afanambe Brikamale.
He was also in Brikama.
Please go on.
Then kabringa na departure book.
After I booked our departure,
Natata.
we then left.
Nga taxita.
We took a taxi
Yedame mfonye.
where we were told
Janin kafutaje.
before we got to the place,
Nga private motor de ashkola.
we saw a private vehicle with an ash color.
Nga taxi fanantaraje.
We found a taxi there too.
Je ibelorinje.
They were all parked.
Separate.
I'm sorry, you can go on. Just finish your sentence and then.
Okay. Group fulalam.
There were two groups.
Ebesiri ibelori ye nyatili nyola.
They were standing facing each other.
Barinte febe negotiation olla.
But in my own view, they were negotiating
Ikati ibelori nyamen.
because of the way they stood.
And how did you know that this was the spot of the suspected drug operation that you had been informed about?
Ko sai ite alo nyaadi le ko jalno mudinkirati ye kibaro men dinna kunyin drug julolu ibina janne ale wolo nyaadi le.
Na osi miya inform I dulami fai exactly what dulale fong.
It was the exact place that our OC told us that his informant told him.
Okay, please go on. You were just explaining about the vehicles that you found in the area.
Ako yetente be motol la kumo fo kala di nyilu be lori ndame yali yemenu taraje.
Kabrim futarela.
When we got to them,
Ntol mo flow be na warrant card bitandila.
we showed them our warrant card, the two of us,
Kaje ko mun drug squad officer leti.
to show to them that we were drug squad officers,
Na information also to anwal NCJ.
that we got information, and that was the reason of our presence there.
And before you identified yourselves as narcotics officers by showing your warrant card, you've already told us that you observed vehicles there. Can you tell us if you observed any particular people or how many people you observed?
Ako yenyum foko ale mo le taraja munta kafufula be lori nyabe tilindi nyola. Yanali balla warrant card bondila fongo kaitandila. La cross roto mo jelle fongo yirko beje menu be lori nje.
As a motan sile.
It could be up to 10 people.
And yeah, please go on.
Then kabringa na warrant card itandila.
After we showed them our warrant cards,
Milie kodina.
those that gave us their bags,
Ye nyujibe.
they looked at each other.
So modo je miya lon ko mbusufinga babulo.
There was one amongst them who had a black polythene bag.
Lamin sima rosta pour ka fay mu debe mbusufinga kono.
Lamin Sima rushed to him to inquire what was inside that polythene bag.
Kendindo babulo pistola la babulo.
There was one man there with a pistol.
Ayali pasi soto.
He hit him on the chest
Ay firing kese killing fay santo.
and he fired in the air
Ay baman indiro fo.
and insulted, causing the mother.
Ako manke drug squad soti nyimo NIA soliti.
And he said, these are not drug squads, these are NIAs.
So this was basically the NIA, these were NIA officers who were involved in this drug operation that you had essentially busted, is that correct?
Ya
Abuja
kabra
ko atel tata nyilu menu no kanteng ku al tata al atara ko ena elu fanam bulo be ko nyin konole atel drug squad al damma mantra kon.
nga wolon tuammo min na kabra yilli pasi sota ke so fay banen droga ako nyimo NIA solati amanke drug squad la wotla ngalon ko NIA officer solom.
It was after he hit this man on the chest and he fired in the air and said, these are not drug squad, these are NIAs. That was when we got to know that they were actually NIA officers.
But after nata marito fangolo nemiyo okay.
But later on, we got to know the name of the individual who did that
Ani mol min baby ye.
and all the others who were there.
Can you just identify who were present? I know that at that point you did not know who they were, but you said you later knew. So just tell us at this point who was involved, which NIA officers were involved in that operation.
Lamin dabo wale
Ko nyum foko al be futana jetu men ay malon no tumo jumanyol lem barbitum wari ya foko akoko la ina ta lonne men yo manyake sayin afonye jumanyol le bijete men long.
Lamin dabo pistolo be wale bulo ani wale yilli pasi soto Lamin Sima.
Lamin Daba was the one who had the pistol and he was the one who hit Lamin Sima on the chest with it.
Nata kalamuta fananje Sirif Sise bijele.
We later got to know that Sheriff Sise was also there.
Mustafa Sise bijele.
Mustafa Sise was there.
Dembo Mbay bijele.
Dembo Mbai was there.
Umar Jamme bijele.
Omar Jamme was there.
Sanabojang bijele.
Sanabojang was there.
Mimbije atamang katakafola. Barabe lorenga la double pick up abala. Ayabulo kenyokang. Wale kita modu jajuti kafumia rambo.
The one who was there but was not within the group but was leaning by his pickup, folding his arms, was Modu Jajo, called Rambo.
And wol fanankono.
And also amongst them,
Mo sabafanambelorinke.
there were also 3 other individuals standing there.
Bori kabring yeke sofa banindiroge.
But when this guy fired in the air and insulted, cursing the mother,
Mo kilimbeto ekonoje afundita nidia la moma break fang.
one of them detached himself from the group and went away.
I would just like to retract and just go through some of the information that you have given us so that we can clearly understand. You've named some NIA officers that you met there on the day.
Ako abela falanga muruko modomandi. Ye modo le tolufo. Ando amonta ko wolu molu NIA official le molu ti. So abela fala pro ali muru domanding ayenyinin ka ko la killing for albelola dame.
You named Sheriff Cisse, you named Lamin Dabo, Omar Jame, Mustafa Cisse, and I believe Dan Bombay. Were there any other NIA officers there?
Lamin Hydra fanambijele.
Lamin Hydra too was there.
But sanabijele nata lonko manke NIA officer ti borwomila volunteered. Sanabojang.
There was Sanabojang. I later got to know that he was not an NIA officer, he was just a volunteer.
You also mentioned Modu Jaju.
That is Rambo. He was standing by the pickup.
Mr. Kabu, I think I warned you about waiting for the interpretation.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I know there's a tendency to do that. So just kindly wait so that they interpret, and then we'll be able to continue. Thank you. Can you tell us who Modu Jaju was?
He was a soldier among the junglers called Rambo.
And do you know what his purpose was for?
Ala ko tonya mawolande but afanan belori njela na ala pick up wabe semberinte ngaya bulo keteng.
To be honest to God, I do not know, but he was there standing by the pickup and with his arms folded.
And what about the NIA officers? Can you tell us who they were, if you know their ranks or positions at that time?
First of all, NIA official menubije yela ranks lo na wale mwela makamolti ani ila taroje fon munkule asap.
After Omar Jamme ko OCT West Coast region ngawo kalamutale.
It was after that I got to know that Omar Jamme was the OC West Coast region.
What about Sheriff Cisse?
I do not know his rank.
Do you know his position?
No.
What about Lamin Dabo?
I don't also know what his rank is.
Dem Bombay?
I only know that he's an NIA officer, but not his rank.
Did you mention Mustafa Cisse?
Yes, Mustafa Cisse Fole.
Yes, I mentioned him.
And what was his position and rank, if you know?
No, I don't know.
What about Lamin Haidara? Did you mention him?
Lamin Haidara yafo folum fana yala ranklo na ala makamu.
Atelela accountant.
He was the accountant.
During that time at NIA.
During that time at the NIA.
And you also mentioned 3 other individuals who were there, is that correct?
Yes.
Were those individuals NIA officers or members of the security forces, or were they civilians?
Security bunda dolela wala fol fanal mu NIA wolleti.
Security bunda to NIA fananti.
They were not in the security services, they were not also members of the NIA.
And do you know what they were doing there at that point?
At that time, I did not know.
And would you be able to tell us what role the NIA were playing at that drug operation when you found them there?
NIA ulube mun kule tamande kanje num bire atel tara aliyetara wo kuolu kono wo dinkirato aliyetara dami.
Wolo dulalo malonde, but after that,
At that instant, I did not know, but after that,
natalon ko itatif ila posoleje.
I got to know that they went there for their own economic interest.
And as a narcotics officer, do you know whether or not the NIA actually have a mandate to handle drug-related matters?
Why ritebe do ko la drug bundale la. Fodum ya alonne NIA ifanali yanyi sembo soto wala nyimbulo soto le bang pour que dabula drug do ko la karola.
Iman sembe sotoje.
They don't have that authority.
And who has the jurisdiction to deal with drug offenses or matters?
Sai jumale ya sembo na kama soto pour ka bula drug kunyalu noma ani we kunyalu.
Olon Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
That is the Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
And so essentially this was basically you and Lamin Sima who were there. You had the power to arrest anybody and to handle whatever drug transaction that was going on.
Amunda woto nyine itandiko itani Lamin Sima men tata ji. Atello moliti men ya sembo nga kama soto pour ka do ko tamandi wairi drug ko le mem musira fen ko nyati atelle nyanta ko tamandila atelle nyanta fen na nyanta kelaje atelle nyanta o tamandila.
Yes.
You mentioned that Lamin Dabo fired a shot in the air and also hit the pistol that he was holding in his hand on the chest of Lamin Sima, you know, essentially preventing him from proceeding to check the bag that Omar Jama was holding. Is that correct?
Ako atelle Lamin Dabo wala moti meye kilo fay santo andum Janayo ke atele Lamin Sima junku asisoto kidola wakola longana ata kido 55 banendiroke so silang ayol beke tu moment alnata tante nyadi le kulu kete nyadi le Allah be motoje.
And that was the black bag that you explained, the black plastic bag.
Akondu wo mbus fingo men yala kumofo sayen amunta wo be membulu ate ilafta Lamin Sima lafta kidila wole kamanu nyi yak nyim kunduta nyato wole la.
Yes.
Did you know or suspect what was in that bag?
Oya lon wala kasobi mune be mbuso kono.
Suspected cocaine nebiye.
Suspected cocaine was in there.
And through Omar Dabo's actions, did he prevent you from actually searching that bag and confirming that this was suspected cocaine?
Omar Dabola wo manya wodunata atelu bali allado ko kelale purali wo mbuso muta ka visite ka jube photo nyato nya cocaine lebe nyinkono fo anatali bali wo do ko kelale bang
Bakede.
Very well.
And you also mentioned that one of the other individuals who were not part of the security forces essentially walked away with another bag as well.
Yenyum foko meya lonko wo manke NIA ufanana take motibrayo fairo ke botali kuno atata ta fayo wonya imanyinin kai mamuta.
Yes.
Bago babulu Ghana must go bago nyung.
He had a bag. The Ghana must go bags, a smaller one.
And did you have a chance to apprehend him or search him to see what was in that bag?
Fodum alieni silo sotole pour ka wo mari muta wala ka wo bago visite ka long muna be bago kon.
Honey?
No.
And can you tell us why?
Fodum muna yo sabu.
Because Lamin Dabo kabrai kido fai.
Because after Lamin Dabo fired the shot,
I threatened ke.
he made threats.
Then momang move purkata wonokang.
And then nobody moved to follow that individual.
Did you suspect what was in that bag?
Fo wo fanani wo bago men tata wonya eso bitako fenne ba kono bang.
O wato malong but kabring investigation oketa nataje ko kodole ba kono mimmanke Gambia kono tika fa euros wale be o bago kono.
At that time, I did not know, but following subsequent investigations, I got to know that the money that was there was in foreign currency, in euros.
And essentially, what you're saying is that the NIA prevented you from conducting your duties on that day.
Amunta sila itabe nyino fokanko. NIA ole yali bali alladu ko tamandila wulungo tilola.
Yes.
So you were unable to search suspects, you were unable to search the bags that some of these potential suspects were holding, and you were also unable to apprehend any suspects from that operation.
woto anyina kusabuko alimawo sakoso lukono jibeno alimawo mbuso lukono jubeno wokola fanan alimam momondi mutano nyimmo lukono men ya lonko ali sobitela ko ibe sila kurumuleka
Yes.
And these were the instructions that you were given by your OC to go and apprehend suspects relating to these drug offenses.
Adun ye kama men dia atella alla boss ye men fali wala nyindi ko alta nyimmolu ning misal kamal ni bendali nyante mutalale.
Yes.
And before we move on, I just want you to help us draw a picture of what essentially was going on when you walked into that drug operation and you found the group of NIA officers negotiating essentially with the civilians. What do you think was going on there?
Ako janimbe tentena laftanyi lonna atelu futata wo dinkirato aliyo NIA ewulu ni wo mulu menu taraje ibe diamu kan itela sobo ila miroto isi sobi mune la ko nyilbe mune kuta mandikanje ibe mune kekan anibe sila jumale kan fo ila miraroto yo hak soto isondo mokon leba
ibe diamu kan ni ibe rolbe lorinte tolbe lori ibe diamu kan.
They were conversing. One group was standing the other way, facing the other.
But kabring tol futata e diamu stop le.
But when we arrived, they stopped talking.
When kabring na warrant card solitandila.
After we showed them our warrant cards.
You've already explained that to us, but just tell us what was your conclusion? What did you think was going on? That is essentially what I wanted to know.
Yo fo nyenne bari bitun silang ete fangula miraroto isa folo nyenne nte den no miraroto woto na mira ko nyil be nyin kukari aminyin kukari le tamandi kanje aka abole nyin kaka
Antela miraroto ngaje ko iba premises muntuje.
In my own perception, the place that they were in,
Itate kumalaje.
they went there on their own.
Because natra mante kumalaje.
Because if they had not gone there on their own,
Natra ko lua ya wale samba.
if they had gone there with the law,
Natra droglam.
if it was a drug,
Nyanta kalamutal drug squad nyanta kalamutale.
the drug squads should have been aware of it.
Bari belorin damen.
But where they were standing,
Ntefebe negotiation ole ni wolu.
to me, they were negotiating with those other people.
So what you are trying to say is that they were negotiating or having basically a drug deal operation with the civilians, that is the NIA officers.
amunta ila miraroto e kanyine foko itela cross roto ani ila miraroto so NIA ewlu men bijey ini nyi civilian lube drug jula kunya le kachakan me yalon ko itel fanalu dalilo le sambaje.
Yes.
So they were not there to intercept a drug operation or to arrest suspected drug dealers. They were there for their own benefit.
Amunta imario lutata ikumol leje. Imanta je purkata molu muta sobita menu la ko drug julo la muiti wala imanta nyin kamala purka kuta mandije me yalon ka asike luala kamoti ifangulu la hajo wala sambaje.
Ela manya ya woyo wala itandina.
That was what their actions indicated to me.
So as law enforcement officers, the NIA were actually breaking the law and the drug offenses, or the drug laws of this country.
Amunta ko ni aju be sira fengol la sartol ni lual be lari nyame nyim banko kan woto nyine fintita ko NIA ewlu menu bije wolu fengolu be luati nyale la men denta banko la lualu la nyi sira fengolu kelo la karola amunta NIA ewlu be ma nyalla je.
Actually wolonto nyati.
That is the actual truth.
And apart from that, they prevented you from doing your work by, they prevented you from arresting any people and doing your work.
Amunta sila yatel balala do ko yali bali mo mutola ina takolo samba nyame yali bali alla do ko fango mume o tamando la je.
Yes.
Please tell us what happened after the civilian escaped with the bag and you were prevented from checking the bag of suspected cocaine.
Saying afonye wo civilian wo menni wo bago folo tata membotali kono je kata wo kola al wo mbus dobe membulu cocaine be men kono al manna silo soto fanam pour ka wo visiter mune nata kay wo be kola
kabrin o keta ay nyilli pasi sota ay kiso fay santo then ida may nyonya kono jibe ye mo fulamuta ye dundi taxi kono
After that happened, and he fired the shot in the air and hit this guy on the chest, they both eyed each other, and then they took 2 other people and put them inside the taxi.
NIA do join tekang.
One NIA officer joined them.
Then NIA do join ta taxi nimbeloring an private vehicle.
Then other NIS joined another taxi which was there and one private vehicle.
He moved takata.
And they moved going. We also followed them.
Sila jamaleta.
They took many routes inside Brikama.
Imanta directly to the station auto.
They did not go directly to the station.
Because Silo Vijay Minyanda straight kata station auto.
Because there was a road leading straight to the station.
But
they took many turns.
Nia Jembe no kang.
When they realized that we were following them, until we came to the main mosque at Brikama, they took the road leading to the market, and then we went to the station.
And from Kembuje, where this drug operation was going on, to the Brikama police station, was it a straight route?
It was in
Kembuje. Yes, silo menta kana Brikama police station auto. Sila tilinding bijela alsa menta no nun kana station auto.
Ha, sila tilinding bijela.
Yes, there was a direct route.
And can you tell us what was the reason why they were going round in circles in your view?
Say it's la cross road. Munanna imanson no sila tilinding utala. Fo sila jenken utai be mininna ka minin fo janning ibitala.
Ndanga je laftam feeling dilale pour kanga boy no kang.
I thought that they wanted to lose, to escape from us so that we will not be able to follow them.
And but eventually, where did they end up?
Bari bitu silang ina talaba mintole.
Na talaba Brikama police station also.
They ended up at the Brikama police station.
Tell us what happened when they got to the Brikama police station.
Sa fanya brief to the Brikama police station mune natake.
Kabrim to the Brikama police station.
After they got to the Brikama police station,
Tata charge office, police la charge office.
We went to the charge office, the police charge office.
Na OC fanambelorinje kafami ya dambel miyenki.
Our OC was standing there, called Dumbeld, who sent us earlier on.
Can you tell us who was present at this point when you got to the Brikama police station and you alighted from your vehicles? Tell us who was present.
Sa imbral fita Brikama police station fali jita la motor kono. Afanye sa njuma nyol le bijali menu taji.
Nga NIA official min foi bena ta station auto jele.
All the NIA officers that I identified, all of them came to the station.
Ntel fanan nata Lamin Sima nata jele.
We also came, myself and Lamin Sima.
And you move la fanan nati na nyola jele.
And also 2 other individuals they brought along with them.
And these 2 individuals they brought along with them, were you able to identify who they were?
Yes, I got to know them.
Can you tell us who they were?
Tijandur and Karamo Drame.
Tijandur and Karamo Drame.
Were they Gambian nationals?
Honey.
No.
Do you know where they were from?
Later in Natal, but after during the investigation in Natal,
I did not know then, but later during the investigation, I got to know that they were nationals of Guinea-Bissau.
And you had mentioned 3 civilians who were involved in the drug operations with the NIA at Kembuje. You've only mentioned Karamo Drama and Ansumana Fati. You mentioned that one person had gotten away. Who was that?
Well, Ansumana Fati.
Please wait for the interpreter.
Ali molu menu samba mo fula le wolde adu ye mo sabale fonu sai wo mo sabanja o menna ta boje wala mjumate.
Ansumana Fati le nimbako mufta tetata.
Ansumana Fati was the one who moved with the bag.
Tijandur Karamo Drame wala nati station auto.
It was Tijandur and Karamo Drame that they brought to the station.
And do you know why they brought them to the station?
Sai yalo numuna na yol nati police station auto.
They were just pretending to find an arrest.
And even though the person who had the suspected payment for the cocaine had been left to go.
Andu wayatara kodobe membulu sobobe menna ko kodobe membulu wala nyanta joro kala sang yole bula wala tata.
nga wala nyami kabe investigation o kata Tijandur Karamo Drame ani Ansumana Fati wala bota Bisao.
Yes, I got to know that after during the investigation, Karamo Drame, Tijandur, and
Ansumana
Fati.
And at that point, when you were all gathered at the station and your OC came out, did the NIA officers identify themselves to you?
Watu men alfutata station oto hanfo ila boss nata je. Wo NIA officer lu sai ina te fang fole banke fayitan.
Ha kabrina ta purka o mo fulol tuje.
Yes, when they came to hand over those two individuals,
Officer mimbe duty la become charge office.
the officers on duty at the charge office
Wal nati told her
took down their names
kaitandi ko to leo mo fulol nati.
to indicate that they were the ones that brought those two individuals.
And they identified themselves as NIA officers, is that correct?
And we fayitan le kwetel mu NIA officer leti wolemba.
Ha.
Yes.
And this charge office, was it within the police or the NDA or any other unit of the security force?
Nyin charge office abe bunda jumale koto NDE lombang wala police lombang wala abe bunda jumale killing koto je.
Abe police le koto.
It's under the police.
And do the police have jurisdiction to deal with drug-related offenses?
Ako fosaim police olu wul fanale nyi load la soto ne bang pour ka drug doko ko nyalu tamandi.
Honey.
No.
And was there a drug office at Birkama police station?
Dum Birkama police station oto je fo fanna bijele men yalonko wolle fanal munyin drug sirafengulu kelelat.
Ha.
Yes.
And you had earlier told us that that is where your OC was in that particular office. So why did they not take those suspects there?
Ako andu yenyum fonyanko alla boss fon la office be woleto. Woto biri yenyili nati munan na imay isamba wo dinkirato drug office bedameng.
Because it had a okul mission.
Because they went on a buckled mission.
Tell us what you mean by that.
Afonye wo koto mumuneti.
Wala nyindi tate la jibole je.
They went there for their own purse.
What do you mean by their own purse?
Their pockets, their own pockets.
Okay, please elaborate further.
Ako yetenteng.
Okay, kabrin futata je na OC natanga be explain ay minketa NIL fawnyala.
So when our OC came, we explained to him what transpired in the presence of the NIA officers.
And saying Omar Jamme mbus fingo babul nga fonna OC.
And up till then, Omar Jamme still had that polythene bag, the black bag, with him.
Dambel tata purkata.
Dambelt went to take it from him.
Akaya nyinte possible la.
And he said to him, this is not going to be possible.
Then ako NIA ako police officer on duty.
Then he said to the police officers on duty, these two individuals, will leave them under your custody. We will return back to get them.
It moved to
And that was how they left.
with the police officers milbe duty mbije.
Myself, Lamin Sima, our OC, and the other police officers that were on duty, we were there.
Then OC minketam fali dambelti.
Then our OC, who was Mfali Dambele,
Anata na director general call ntol fon belorinje.
called our director general, and we were standing there
Ka faye mimbe caring.
to inform him of what was happening.
And this is the Director General of the Drug Office, I assume.
Willem Lanyin Director General Amunta Telum drug doku bunda be nyaton kote.
The NDA.
Ha.
Yes.
And who was he?
Bunsane.
Bunsane.
Okay, please carry on.
Ako yetenteng.
Then I bun call a faye mimbe caring.
He called Bun and told him what was happening.
Bun kaya ko nyinte possible la because I can loudspeaker timbe men la moykang.
Bun told him this is not going to be possible because the phone was on loudspeaker and we were all hearing.
Mr. Kabu, I just have to interrupt you again. Please, just take your time. Okay. You're here to tell your story, and we have time to hear you. So just wait for the interpretation, and then just leave a few, moments before you answer, just so that we're able to flow.
Ako sila watu ta katwairi kana soro bekeri. Watindindi kana sori lal fanalla pour ye même fonsa kana sori membe fole fana yem fanal si o kana sori pour ko be sita anyama domando bang.
Thank you very much. Please carry on.
Bun kaya ko what possible la.
Bun said to him, this cannot be possible.
Mbatongatela boss call.
Let me call their boss.
Then tell Tata Dambella office.
Then we went to Dumbell's office.
And who was this boss your Director General was referring to?
Allah Director General ko abe bo abe jumale kolla memu nyilla bosti.
Polong NIA la director ti Bo Baji.
That was the director of the NIA, Bo Baji.
And before we proceed, I would just like to take you just a little bit back. At the scene of the operation, you had mentioned 2 individuals who had come with the NIA officers at the time.
Wato men kuolu ketata men alninyi lu benta damin kino wodinkirato ye mo fula fanam funung men ya lonko ibejenu.
And that was Sana Bojang and Momodu Jaju.
Wala keta Sana Bojang ni Momodu Jaju.
Did they come to the station at Birkama?
Pol fanal nata station hotel Birkama bang.
Ngasana o tuta moto konole but Rambo mana Birkama police station ala kotonya.
Sana was seated in the vehicle, but to God, Momodu Jaju Rambo did not come to the station.
Sana was at the station, but he was sitting in the vehicle. Is that what you're saying?
Sana nata station to bare amandung abe siri motole kononu.
Yes.
Police station ala premises auto motor dunda kono to bara amamfuta station okona abe siri motor kono.
Inside the premises, his vehicle came inside, but he did not alight. He sat inside the vehicle.
And just so that we understand the power dynamics between the NIA and other security forces at the time, I would just like to understand how come the NIA were able to get away with what they did. Here is your OC at the station, who is of superior rank to these NIA officers. He tried to get the bag of suspected cocaine from the NIA officers. They refused to give it to him. He was not able to convince them to report the matter to his unit, which was dealing with drug-related offenses. And the police officers who knew that the NDA had jurisdiction over drug-related offenses as well, did not refer the matter to the NDA, but instead took suspects, which they knew they didn't have the authority to do so. I mean, can you tell us why? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Laftalo sembo belari mintole nyin karfulo tema. Katu afelenti atelu meni alonko atelle marta drog kunyalla. Adu nyin komu drog case leti. So silang ena eolu felenti idunta ko nyin kono. Amunta sai ninkumu sembo be lebulu katu atella officer me yalonko wala mo atel bela nyaton koti. Wo fama lafta wo mbuso tala mo bluje I balanta yebam far han fo na tabuje iniwo fengulu tata e nyimmo flo twale buluje so alafta lon nale sai sembo be larin karajumale la atella molu ni nyimmolu tema han fo alla boss nata kumandiro ke ka telefon la nyaton ko kumandi pour ka nyin ko kenyas sata wolie pour ka kolu bonyoto sai alafta kenyale lonna sembo be jumanyo le la karola wutumu
o time me nyamente yeng outnumber manpower al katitol mo woro la bijele.
At that time, we were outnumbered in terms of manpower because they were 6.
And they
were armed. They had pistols.
So,
and we had nothing with us.
So, our
boss, the AC, he was more powerful than all of us.
He has no alternative.
But he had no alternative.
But even though they outnumbered you and they had weapons, there is a chain of command in security forces. Under what authority were the NIA acting at that time?
Ako hanatra isiatality joramo bebul. Yo bari wo NIA wutumo itelbo manya membela wonya iba tamandi kan kanjumale kan anin sembejuma kan.
Otumola NIA sembo mimbe bulu security forces tije minka hanyila.
At that time, the NIA, the kind of authority they had, there was no sister force that could dare it.
And where did they derive that authority from?
Itelio sembo fongo be bundi mintole otumo.
Itole wolonde.
They would know that.
Unfortunately, we don't know that, Mr. Kabu, so we want you to tell us if you know. If you don't know, then you can tell us.
Mr. Kabu, laftalo nale, why intel tije atelle bado ko nyunkono atelle be bundanyina. Laftalo na drum foisi sobi. Kafo ni aje nyilenyi sembe kari soto. Nyini ya sabu.
Mawolonde.
I don't know that.
Because they seem to be acting above the law. That is my observation from the facts that you have said. And that is why I'm asking where they got their authority from.
Ni ajabe nyinin karola. Alaftalo na le sembo nyimboni dami. Kato amunta nyiluibe manya keka nyaming. Wala nyinti telefonu lube luwa esantu lale ma luwa bunya. So sila wala na wasembe fason be moment na menka ma wonya. Alaftalo na le wala na nyinin kapuru. Iteli yo sembo bondi bintole.
Yefamuta walte ko luwa be tolle bulo.
That is the position they had about themselves, that they were in possession of the law. And they could do anything and then nothing would be said about it. And that was what existed then.
And so they got away with whatever they did at the time.
I am not aware of anything coming out of it, but I know that they used to misbehave and nothing comes out of it.
And the NIA, under which government department or ministry was it under?
Office of the President, under the Office of the President.
They were under the Office of the President.
And do you know who supervised their work exactly within the President's office?
President la office kono jumale mu ite la kunton koti je menka ya maro ditol
Or essentially where did they get their orders from?
Wala jumale ka kangulu detail la be tamala menna
Nga kala mutadenko ila director wala ila boss bar kanka be mumbol State House ala ko tonya mawolo.
I am aware the director is their boss, but who gave the authority from the State House to God, I do not know.
Do you know who appointed the director of the NIA?
The
then President Yaya Jammeh wale Bobaji Tombo from the army.
The then President Yaya Jammeh was the one who appointed Bobaji from the army.
And therefore Bobaji would get his orders from Yaya Jammeh.
Yes.
Okay, let's just go back to the conversation you had with your OC and he communicating with your Director General and essentially what happened after that. How did this whole mess end?
Director General Commandi. Yo bra la Director General Commandi ko tata nyameng aning amumeo be fa nata laba nyameng tenten yo satanye.
Nata na Osila office, then Bunnata call back, the former director of drug squad, Bunnata Dambeli call.
Then we went to our OC's office, and then he got a call from Bun.
And loudspeaker
and the telephone was on loudspeaker.
Bun kai ko boko at a phone surprise talala mol tataje imam femfai.
Bun said to the OC, Dambel, that in fact he is surprised that his officers went there without informing him.
I only for Dambel and told baby sitting last speaker.
That was what he said to Dambel, and we were all seated and we heard that over the loudspeaker.
Let's just get this clearly, because I'm not too sure it's coming out from the interpretation. Who was your Director General, Bunsane, speaking to?
Ko alaftani dinkiran senayande. Atela Director General Bunsane. Abediamu kanu jumale ye.
Kabrad OC Dambel call number akaila ko Bobaji the director mimbe NIA.
When he called back OC Dambel, he said the director of NIA Bobaji
ako amanyi operation o kalamuta
said that he is not aware of this operation.
So therefore the NIA officers who were on the ground during that drug operation had no authority to be there.
Amunda woto wala koto munyindiko. Wo NIA lu melu tata wo dinkirato imanyin kawni sembo soto pour kataje
ha
yes
okay, please go on.
Then bije fo ularo fitire mafango.
So we were there until the evening time around 7 p.m.
OC nata fonga say
the OC told us to go home, so we went home.
Ambije fo muntaro wati jama around 10-11 mafanga suto.
Then around 10-11 in the night
I am commanding.
He called us.
Ako Director General ko alaftanjela la office le Lamin Sima.
That and told us that the Director General wanted to meet me and Lamin Sima in his office.
Then nata alakumota.
Then I took his word.
Then wosomo.
The following morning.
Somanda.
In the morning.
Tata Banjul.
I went to Banjul.
Ntata na director office.
I went to our director's office.
And can you tell us what date this was and the exact time?
It was around the 3rd of June.
3rd June.
At around 10 in the morning, we entered Trrc.
Around 10 in the morning, I was already there.
Mr. Cabo, can we just go back? You told us that you received the information about the operations from your OC on the 29th day of May 2009. And is that correct?
That is true.
The day of the operation itself was the 30th of May. And it was the next day that you were asked to report to your Director General, which would be the 31st of May. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I did totally after Kabra ofanya I did totally after nata fungata ndankuje. I can remember because 31st wakata dimasoleti. Omanke do kulungati.
No, it took some days after which we went to report because I can remember that the 31st was on a Sunday, which was not a work day.
Thank you very much. So what date was it? The 3rd of June, are you saying?
Ako lunjima fa benta June karoti lisabole fe banga ila foroto.
Ha obekela arabalungalti.
Yes, that would be on a Wednesday.
Okay, carry on and tell us what time you reported and what happened.
Afonye mbitun sai mune natake alfutateje wati jumale ani mune natabula unoma.
Ntele follow futaraje somanda.
I arrived first in the morning.
Ntara director la office.
I went to the director's office.
Ngabun sane taraje la office atelon director ti.
I found the director Bunsane in his office.
Karamo Bojang taraje.
I found Karamo Bojang.
Usman Sembe Sane taraje.
I found Usman Sembe Sane.
Wala operation ti.
He was the operations.
SSR walang commissioner ti.
SSR was the commissioner.
Ani OC Lamin Sise.
And OC Lamin Sise.
Mietara Bunna office.
I found them inside Bunna's office.
And where was your Director General's office located?
Banjul.
Tell the Director General office be.
Where in Banjul?
Police headquarters Balaji.
Banjul, by the police headquarters.
Was it within the premises of the police headquarters or did they have their own premises?
Abe police headquarters la sansamo le kono fodum aliali fansu aya fansu officer soto sansamo banda.
O sansamo be police la premises let.
All of that place is the police premises.
By Karado le di drug squad lebe woltoje.
But they give a session for the drug squad.
So on that morning, you found your Director General Bunsane as well as most of the senior officers of the NDA present in his office. Tell us what happened.
Amunda o elewo taje ye alla Director General taraje Bunsane andun alla nyaton ka jamalu be ma be rinje ye menu taraje. Oto sila mo be ko la mune natake.
Anata nyininka aniwo director mune ketanga be satai.
Then he asked me, including the other directors, as to what happened, and I narrated everything to them. He said that my OC also gave him the same narration.
So ako purung ngalakang ngata director of NIA office ngata kumusindala.
That to join him and go to the director of the NIA and narrate the incident to him too.
Mbulatala moto kono director Butsane la moto kono Pajero blue.
I joined the director's vehicle, which was a blue Pajero.
Ani Ibusane ala Odli.
And Ibusane, his Odli.
Anala driver nyata wotolale.
And his driver, whose name I have forgotten.
Ntata NIA headquarters.
We went to the NIA headquarters.
Ndunta ninkoma bundala.
We went through the back door.
Do you know why you had to go through the back door?
Ala kotonya mawolo.
Honest to God, I do not know.
Was your presence recorded when you went in?
Allah dumoje fodu ya safele kato jama menu kata kumpaboro la je ke safele.
Ndunta ninkoma silola mam moja minnata na ID nyininka.
We went through the back door and I did not see anyone who asked for our identification.
Please go in.
Akoyetente.
Then tata mfutata je.
Then when we arrived,
NIA la back door la.
If you come through the back door of the NIA,
eka bungon soto jam bunjanga miya nyatele la entrance la.
The story building you have, which is facing the entrance,
akoma je duma je.
Behind it, at the ground level,
Bola office be wolto.
Boss office was located there.
Then Bundunta and Belorim Banta.
Bun got inside and I was standing outside.
After Nathan Kilindunta Kanje.
After he called me and I joined him inside.
Buniang introduced Bobaji.
Bun introduced me to Bobaji.
Bobaji Yanka Ketanyadile.
Bobaji asked me how things happened. And I narrated everything.
Then Aning Boning Bunya Jola Kanfo.
Bo and Bun spoke in Jola.
Then Bun Nata Senka Konye, what I am telling Afonya Angale Kano, what I am telling your boss is I will tell the operations to get your statement, then after you can go.
Then Bun spoke to me in English and said, what I was telling your boss is that I will tell the operations to take your statement.
Mr. Interpreter, there's no need to interpret English to English.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask you something. I know that Bunsane, it was Bunsane who interpreted from Jola to English for your understanding.
And so it was Bobaji who interpreted to me.
Okay, so it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Do you understand Jola?
No, I don't speak that language.
So you don't know what they were saying, but this is what he said they were saying.
This is what he translated to me.
Okay.
Bobaji.
Carry on.
Then ako bunyo ko it is tanole.
Then he said to Bun, you can leave.
Then na operation bala statement alale sabulaita.
Then my operations will take his statement and release him.
So at this point, your Director General Bunsane left you at the NIA office, in the office of the Director General in particular, and said basically that your statement would be taken.
Munda alla Director General Bunsane ay tu bobaji la office memo NIA wala nyaton koti adu yenyo foyenko ila operations betela kumakang lutala le wala mu ila statement and new statement di foka pare ibebula la leta.
Yes.
So tell us what happened whilst you were in the office of Bobaji.
Sa afonye ibe Bobaji la office okono je munni mune natake.
Bobaji ala telefono ta ngamo ya moko la kafai direct akafai Ibrahim Jim Drame.
Bo picked up his telephone, called somebody, and I heard him calling that person Ibrahim Jim Drame.
Then Jim nataje.
Then Jim came there.
Ako Jim nye nyino Lamin Kabuti.
And then he said to Jim, this is Lamin Kabu. He is the one who is aware of everything that happened the other day. I want you to go with him so that you take his statement. Then after you release him to go.
Can you tell us what he meant by what happened the other day? What incident was he referring to?
Akufisa fono aka mun kumale fonya mun kule moti aka afo menna ko men kita nungolo.
Wala ko men kita brikama nun kabri tataje.
That was the incident that happened in the Brikama when they went there.
And at the police station or at Kembuje, which particular incident or all of them?
Min do killing men kita Kembuje bang fo men kita police station oti bang fo kufulo be.
Abelom kata bemo drug matalete.
All of it, because it's a drug matter.
And who was Jim?
Jim Dumujumalet.
Bo Nata introduced him as his director of operations.
Bo introduced him to me as his director of operations.
That is the director of operations of the NIA.
Bulam NIA or the director of operations.
Yes.
We are almost running out of time, but I'll just allow you to say what happened at the office of the operations director, and then we will then proceed and continue after the break.
Ako wato deta barbitung abenyi wato dilela puru muneketa o office kono director of operations biring iko abela kumakanluta ukola ni ubotala insinate nte nyato ni mbota breko.
Then Jim Nathan Sambala officer.
Then Jim took me to his office.
Just
as he was sitting down, I was also seated facing him. As soon as I sat down,
I draw bondi.
He pulled out his drawer.
I pistol on the table.
Took out a pistol and placed it on the table. And I laughed.
Can you tell us why you laughed?
I thought he was trying to threaten me, and I knew he couldn't threaten me, so I just laughed.
Continue.
Anata nyininka minketa.
Then he asked me what happened.
Nga be narratai.
I narrated everything to him.
Anata fonyeko.
Then he said to me,
Lafta na mole statement o minsafe milbe on the ground.
I want the statement that our people who were on the ground, what they wrote.
Lafta ifana o sifa safe.
I want you to write a similar statement.
Because na arresting dole fananke.
Because we effected other arrests.
Katu wo kabita ta drop program dula dole kanata.
Ako biring iko ako.
Ako lafta ila mole statement o minsafe. Not the same statement safe.
He said, I wanted me to write a statement similar to the one that his officers had already written.
Katu ye mo dole muta.
Because they arrested other people
Miliborta.
that ran away.
Mkaeko.
I said to him,
Mamoje mimborta o arresting dulato.
I did not see anyone that ran away from that arresting place.
Aliyemil fanang arresting.
And those that you have arrested,
Melong.
I do not know them.
Male botadami.
I do not know where they come from. So I will not tell you a lie.
Mr. Kabo, I just want to remind you, just take your time. Let's go through these details and we want to hear your story and understand it. When you went into the office of the Director of Operations, he said to you he wanted you to write a replica of the statements that had been written by his officers. Which officers was he referring to?
At a office, at a court. Yes, statement to Safe, ko at a lamuli statement for some men Safe. At a bala mojumanyol lema.
Akobil tata arresting dulato Brikama, I
He said that those who went to effect the arrest in Brikama.
And those were the names that you had mentioned. Those were the NIA officers present at Kembuje and then later went to Birkama police station.
Wolemo NIA ulte aliyemenu tarawo keno kono andu mo kilu wolem moluti menu nata tenteng kana Birkama police station oto.
Ngawole mira.
That was what I thought.
But I made a statement only tandina.
But he did not show me their statement. I said to him that I will not do it. Nobody ran away at the place of arrest. And those that you arrested, I do not know them. I never saw them before. And I will not lie against them.
And Mr. Kabo, you said you didn't know those who had escaped. You had mentioned somebody who had left the group whilst you were at Kembuje, and he left with a bag which you said was suspected money.
Ako, sila ya foko mo mankana. Adumbral be Kembuje, moso tontale mennim bago botaji, ay silo muta tata imamuta imankuntu anyato imanyininka.
Do you know whether the director was referring to that particular individual who had left?
Before director be umarile ma me yalonko abotaji ayali tuje anim bago tata.
Hani malong, but no, escape.
I did not know, but if you see him using the word escape, then it would imply that the guy ran away and went.
But we moved to fire, moma batanda tamata fire, amicable atata.
But someone that walked freely on his own and nobody intervened to stop him. And the officers were seeing him.
Mamira was escaped today.
I do not think that could be termed as an escape.
And this was Ansumana Fati, which you earlier, mentioned. And you're saying he was basically allowed to leave. He did not escape. The NIA officers enabled his departure from the scene.
Wolem Ansumana ti kamen na kumofonu. Andu amunta ko NIA euli yabula lewairi inyabala. Aisilo muta atata faye amambori adumo mankuntu anyato. Wolem nyindiko yobulale amanke kwa escaped.
Yes.
And you're saying that he was now suggesting that there were other people who were there who you did not see, did not know about, and he was suggesting that these people had escaped.
Andu aynyim foko modole bije itema menu long image anata afoko kolu kangatale so amunta atala kumo munu waleti.
Yes.
And was this something that he also wanted you to write about on your statement and agree with the other NIA officers who had written statements?
For the mukuleti at a left yemen safe ila statement to wala na koye ye statement safe menu wodola statement to sike kilindi for odalilo le ya sabu banka foko homolu kanatale.
I all for the barinte mansong.
That was what he said, but I did not agree.
And what was he asking you to do at that point?
Ako tembodung akamune fo ko nyanta munekela.
Purunga safe ko wolmu drug dealer leti.
That I should write that they were drug dealers. People that I have never seen. I never knew them before. I wouldn't do.
And was that the truth or was that a lie, what he was asking you to do?
Akondung ayo memfo e wonya priyoke. Fanialo mbamfo tonya.
Faniala woti.
It was a lie.
Thank you very much. I think we'll stop here. We need a 30-minute break, and then when we come back, you will continue to tell us what interesting things happened at the NIA on that day to you.
Mbedal na jambita dahandimula ni murutana isi tenten ka fonyen kulu nata tenten nyadile kulu lata nyadila ni muneketa isi na fonyen ni mbota dahandimula nan kana muruna.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. We've finished with the witness for now. We will continue after the break.
Thank you, counsel, and thank you, witness. Just for to be sure that we have the correct information, counsel, on. Sorry.
I'm
just
sorry,
to be sure
Mr.
that
Chairman.
I know you're consulting with your colleague.
Yes.
We have the correct information on record. The witness is Mr. Kabu, not Dabo.
Yes,
that
Cabo,
correct?
K-A-R-B-O-U. K-A-R-B-O-U, Cabo.
Yeah,
Yes,
not Dabo.
not Dabo, no.
No, I know. But the reference is even to Dabo, that's why. I just
By
wanted-
whom?
I thought, well, anyway.
Perhaps it's my tongue.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's Cabo.
And I just wondered, but you are Mr. Cabo, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will try and be clearer in my speech. Thank you.
We will take a 30-minute break and come back at 12:10. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.